we're back for the match pitting Western Province against Uganda. Remember, this is the second full D match for both sides. Uganda lost their opening match to Argentina by 19 points to 7. Western Province romped to a 38-12 result over the over the Suzuki Whalers, I beg your pardon. Starting for Western Province is Brandon Asherwood, Earl Johnson, Patrick O'Brien, Jason Creel, Joshua Bassingthwaite, Bailey Armian, Anthony Taylor, Ashwell Peters, Eldon Hess, Errol Jaggers, Ewan Battles, and Digo Arens. Starting for Uganda is Michael Wokorach, Eric Kasita, Emmanuel Echodu, James E. Jongat, Philip Wokorach, Alfred Bajik, Solomon Okia, Ramadhan Govule, James Musitwa, Alan Otim, James Odong, and Keith Seruyange. Match referee is Paris Mkoko from Nairobi, Kenya.
Ready?
And Western Province get us underway there. The booting deep into Ugandan territory, but the ball retrieved there by the Ugandans. Marshaled into touch immediately. It's going to be a line out. Argentina's throw. I beg your pardon. Western Province is throwing. Referee Paris Mkoko just urging the Ugandans to stay the mandatory 10. Of course, Western Province retrieving that ball from the line out as they look to set up an attack early on. This is looking promising for them. Gaining ground, retaining possession. Continuity there from Western Province. Brilliant switch of direction. And that is Ewan Battles attacking there. And the try is going to be scored by Errol Jaggers. Quick fire try for Western Province.
Western Province 5, Uganda 0.
And there we have just seen a replay of the try scored by Errol Jaggers. Just reacting quickest from the breakdown, spotting a gap and touching down for Western Province. The scores remain 5-0. Remember, the conversion was not successful. This is Uganda now in possession. That is Philip Wokorach. We saw Philip Wokorach and Emmanuel Echodu play for Kabras Sugar during the just concluded Safaricom 7 series about 2-3 weeks ago. They lit up the stage for Kabras, actually guiding their side to a lot of impressive displays during that series. Back to the action on the pitch, and again this is Philip Wokorach, drumming and stepping, but most importantly keeping the ball alive. Uganda looking to build. That is Alfred Bajik. This is a good phase of play from Uganda. It gets the crowd excited. Remember, Uganda is Kenya's neighbor to the west. These two countries share a great rivalry in the game of rugby in both the 7s and 15s squads.
Repeated infringement offside.
A yellow card has been issued to the Western Province player. We'll just confirm who it is in a moment once you get to see his shirt number. As Uganda get to score a try courtesy of Michael Wokorach, who is also the captain. They actually level the scores. This has been entertaining stuff thus far. The scores 5-all. Uganda 5, Western Province 5. If you're just joining us, this is match number 10 in the main competition of the Safaricom 7s. The opening match saw Argentina defeat Uganda 19 points to 7. Western Province posted a 38-12 win over Suzuki Whalers. Icons from Australia defeated Boland 17-7. Kenya Morans drew with the Welsh Warriors 19-all. Samurai played to a 25-14 result over Simba Saba. Spain were 33-14 winners over Golden Lions. Kenya Shujaa beat Germany 2014. Auckland were 24-12 winners over Sharks. Argentina have just beaten Suzuki Whalers 35 points to 7. The conversion was unsuccessful. Uganda retained possession from the restart. Philip Okorach is the man who is going to get it restarted for Uganda. We could see the chase coming through from Emmanuel Echodu. But referee Paris Nkoko spot on, observing the knock-on from the Ugandans. It's a scrum down. It's going to be a Western Province put-in. Well, we have played about 3 minutes of the match. It has been interesting. We still have another 4 in this first half. It has been interesting thus far. Play just there from the Western Province players, just looking to control play here. And this is Ewan Battles. Remember, he almost opened the scoring for Western Province, but this time round, is he going to get his name on the scorecard? Yes, he will. Brilliant solo try. It now takes the scores to Western Province 10, Uganda's Rugby Cobs 5. We still have about 2 minutes to play in the first half, but it is interesting rugby action thus far.
Western Province, remember, are playing with 6 men, and now Joshua Bastingtwag returns back to the field after being sent to the swimming for 2 minutes, and it's Western Province who are leading by 2-1, but this game is not over yet. I mean, Uganda are really giving a good account of themselves. We remember seeing Emmanuel Chodu and Philip Okorach playing for Cabras during the National Sevens circuit a couple of weeks ago.
Meanwhile, the conversion was unsuccessful. There's going to be the restart. Western Province retaining possession, but there we just see the try scored by Ewan Battles. Brilliant solo try. He embarked on that run from deep in his half, racing all of about 70 meters to score. The restart again, fielded there by Michael Wokorach, who just keeps it alive, plays it to James Ijongat, and again this is Philip Wokorach. He seems to love that step before breaking out. Philip Wokorach, still only 21 years, made his debut, his competitive debut, I remember, during the Bamboo Super Series 2 seasons ago, then suffered a horrific injury, breaking his tibia. He has come back. This is a remarkable recovery, a show of strength and willpower from the young man. We hope to see him around for much longer. Meanwhile, that is his namesake, Michael Wokorach, just shrugging off his opponents and then
losing the ball there.
The ball. I think he had shifted all his attentions towards shrugging off his opponents, forgot that he had a ball in his hands, and you know, he just popped out of his hands, and he was agonizingly close to the try line.
Yes, Uganda Uganda looking likely to score a second try, but unfortunately the ball going off, and it's half time.
Scores Uganda trailing Western Province by 10 points to 5.
Scores 10-5 at halftime. It's Western Province who are leading by 10 points to 5, but we do have a game in our hands now. It's a very tight contest between these two teams. And remember, Uganda just have to win this game. Uganda lost their first game to Argentina. Western Province won their first game against the Suzuki Whalers. So pressure on Uganda to win this game if they're to have any hopes of qualifying for the main cup.
We need to lift up our game going forward. We need to communicate. Reasons why they've scored all those tries, even before, is because of communication. Okay? Again, wingers talk. Okay? If you're under pressure, it's not a matter of pointing a finger that I have him.
Okay, Bata, those are the things that I want. Don't need to get heads on the ball. Let's go. Okay. Let's go, boys.
And earlier on, we could just hear Yairo Kasasa, former Ugandan international, now handling the Uganda Rugby Cubs, just telling his side to communicate, saying that the tries have been scored as a result of a lack of communication, which could be true because they were caught cold defensively. The first try, which was scored by Errol Jaggers, was a brilliant individual try from the breakdown, selling the dummy and just scoring, beating the Uganda defense. And then the second, another individual try from Ewan Battles, racing almost the entire length of the pitch to score. The scores remain 10 points to 5.
Western Province, of course, Kenya 15's head coach Jerome Parwater is in the Western Province technical bench. He's the head of identification and talent at Western Province. And here comes Western Province again. And just as Yairo Kasasa had said, communication.
Definitely, in terms of who's going to take the man, who's going to do what. But this was a lucky break this time round for Uganda, as a Western Province player just stepped out into touch. It's going to be a line out. Let's just look at that again. He was marshaled into touch by the captain, Michael Wokorach.
Are they going to sub? Hey, Cleon. Time is off, eh? Time is off. Time is off. Yeah.
Center referee there, Paris Mukoko, saying that time is up.
Time back on.
She's actually saying time is off to the guys at the table.
Time is off.
Free option.
Another very good line out throw there from Uganda, just putting more pressure on them, because this is going to be a scrum feed now for the Western Province. It's not a scrum feed, but a short-term penalty. The danger man in the Western Province team, none other than Bailey Amien. But so far, everyone combining here, and Western Province, Joshua Bassing-Twig with the try there. The man who was sin binned. And Uganda now 15-5 to Western Province, and Western Province inching closer to the main cup quarterfinals.
Conversion good. Western
Successful
Province,
conversion for
17.
Western Province. The scores are now 17-5. They lead against Uganda's Rugby Cubs. A win for Western Province will give them the advantage heading into the final round of pool games, of course with cup quarter-final qualification on their minds. But for now, the scores remain 15 points to 5. We have all of 4 minutes 40 seconds to play. Anything could happen.
What's the issue?
Let's see how Western Bulls will. Let me laugh at myself because I said Western Bulls. I was thinking of the club from Kakamega, Kenya, and not the team from Cape Town in South Africa. Let's just see how they will respond. Meanwhile, a Ugandan player just receiving treatment and just being marshaled off the pitch by the medics. We hope that he will be okay.
Uganda have to score the next try. It's a 10-point margin, so if they do consider try here, then we can safely say that they're probably out of contention for a place in the... Oh, brilliant brace there, and Uganda...
The try is going to be scored by Solomon Okia, one of the players we saw at the Bamburi Rugby Super Series playing for one of the Ugandan franchises. Brilliant individual try. The young man is still only 20 years old. It just shows you the direction that Uganda is going in terms of player development, bringing a young squad. They have already featured at the Commonwealth Games earlier this year. Of course, they did not win the gold medal, but they excited a lot of people with their enthusiastic displays. This is Philip Wokorach attempting the conversion. It has the height. Does it have the distance? Whoa, it bounces off the post. The scores remain 17-10. Western Province leading against Uganda.
It's a 7-point game right now, so anything can happen. And it all started with a kickoff. Uganda sharpens matter to just to retrieve it, and Solomon Okia galloping his way to the try line, So Uganda trailing by 7 points. They're still very much in this game. Remember, they need to win this game if they are to qualify for the main cup quarters.
There we go.
They lost their first game to Argentina by 19 points to 7, while Western Province were 28-12 victors over the Suzuki Whalers.
Okay.
Less than 3 minutes to go. Still a lot of time to be played in this game.
Bind. Set.
And Uganda penalized there for, I think, an early engagement, and there will be a yellow card coming out here.
You should leave the ball, not throw it away.
You just heard what referee Paris Mukoko has told Emmanuel Etodu, who bears a striking resemblance to Kenya's Humphrey Kayange. He has been seconded to the sin bin for 2 minutes. He'll probably sit out the rest of this game. We have about 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Western Province in the ascendancy and on the attack, keeping the ball alive.
Oh, brilliant, and that's excellent piece of play there from Western Province. The try scorer
Is Brandon Asherwood.
Brandon Asherwood with a nice kick and chase, and the ball fell kindly for him. And I think it's now slipping away from Uganda right now. Uganda are probably staring at a place in the ball tomorrow. Western Province now most likely to join Argentina from Group D in the main cup quarterfinal tomorrow. Conversion is good. It's 24 points to 10.
And you just feel that this game has run away from Uganda. They were always chasing. They have shown some fight, though. They have shown what they're capable of. But as it stands right now, Western Province leading Uganda by 22 points to 10. Remember, Western Province last year reached the semi-final of this competition, crashing out to the Australian Renegades. This time round, they are in the ascendancy and are looking very set to qualify for the Cup quarterfinals tomorrow at the Safaricom Stadium in Kasarani, Nairobi.
Diego Ares there with the kick with the restart. Paris Mukoko just saying that there was a knock on there, so it's going to be Western Province ball, and we're left with 50 seconds. And we can safely say that Western Province will win this game.
Okay. Run in. Okay. Crouch. Bind. Hold it. Set. Straight in square. Hold it. Up.
Paris Mukoko just stamping authority that the scrum must be stable, it must hold up.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Eldon Hess just feeding the ball there for Western Province, looking to kill off this game. Of course, they're 24 points to 10 up against Uganda. It probably will not matter. Remember, the hooter has sounded.
Off the knock-on off blue.
And there, the knock-on was actually going to be the last cause of action in this game. Western Province with the 24-10 result against Uganda.